tic-tac-toe. Cat was away doing something and Squirrel was holding a meeting with the other superheroes. Listen, I need a way to show Cat I'm better than him. Since Cat always wins rock, paper, scissors, I'll beat him at tic-tac-toe. I have asked an expert to teach me a few tricks at tic-tac-toe. There was silence, and then a knock at the door. There he is, a Golem and Cock-a-doodle-doo. After Cock-a-doodle-doo unlocked the door, he peeked through a window in the door. As soon as he realized it was Podmus knocking, he also realized his head was stuck. Then he realized that the window was actually a hole. Podmus opened the door and went upstairs to Squirrel's room where the meeting was. So Podmus, could you tell some tricks? What you need to know is Cat's better at this than me. And my trick is to get 3 in a row. That's also my only trick. So I can't really help you. Then you better leave. As Podmus was leaving, he stepped into mud. So he went back inside and yelled out to Squirrel, "Do you have a shower?" "Yes." "Can I use it?" "Yes." "Do you have towels?" "Yes." "Can I use one?" "Yes." "Where are they?" "Go find them." So it's Podmus stepping into mud.
Can I see? His name is Potamus?
He's the hippo police. He's the chief and only police. Squirrel continued the meeting. "I have another trick up my sleeve." "What is it?" "Get 3 in a row," Penguin joked. Jaguar started laughing. He thought the joke was funny. Meanwhile, Cock-a-doodle-doo got out of the hole. Podmus searched the bird room. He looked in the bunk bed. He saw the blankets and thought they were towels. Then Podmus went up to the shower. I hooked my finger with a staple.
Is it bleeding? Okay, let's keep going.
But he couldn't find the button to turn it on. "How do I turn this on?" Podmus asked Squirrel. "You can't," Squirrel yelled back. "It's an automatic shower." "What does that mean?" "It means it turns on whenever it wants." "What?" "So," yelled Squirrel, "you better use the tub." "Where's that?" asked Podmus. "In Dog and Jaguar's room." Cock-a-doodle-doo watched Podmus take a bath. "Could you go?" asked Podmus. "Are you sure there's enough room for the water?" Cock-a-doodle-doo asked Podmus as he climbed into the tub. "Today," Squirrel was saying, "we will meet another expert, Longears." And Squirrel and the others went next door to Longears' house. When the superheroes came inside, Squirrel asked the rabbit if he had any tricks. "Well," said Longears, "my trick is a good one." This is a picture of Podmus in the tub. See, Dad?
Can you show me?
Can you stop that noise?
I'm sorry.
I draw a tic-tac-toe board in the air. That way your opponent will have a hard time remembering where everything was. If you forget, act like you remember it and like your opponent is wrong. Would that be a scam? asked Penguin. No, I don't really think of it like that. I can't explain how I think of it. The superheroes left to find Cat. Penguin figured he might be at Jack's log. So they went to get their truck. But their truck was gone, since Jaguar had used it last on his sleepover at the Melon's house. He was questioned by Squirrel. "Well, here's what happened," explained Jaguar. "It's hard to explain." "What, any way you explain it, you get into trouble?" "Well," said Jaguar, "I forgot about the truck and left it at Melon's house." "So how'd you get home?" "Like this. I picked up my foot. Then I put it down. Then I picked up this foot up. Then I picked this foot up and put it down." Jaguar put on a display of walking. The others rushed to Jack's log and left him behind. Meanwhile, Podmus was getting out of the tub. He started drying himself with a blanket. When he found out what it was too late. He was dry and the blanket was wet. Podmus put the blanket back in the bed and left. When Squirrel found Cat, they did a match of tic-tac-toe in the air. Squirrel forgot where everything was and lost. Squirrel heard about an educational class where the teacher, Wolfie, taught them educational games, including tic-tac-toe. The first day of class, Wolfie announced, "Today we will play with blocks." Melon and Beaver laughed. Then Wolfie said, "I don't really have any blocks, so does anyone else have some?" I do, said Squirrel. Squirrel drove to his house, got the blocks, and drove back. Wolfie stared despairingly down at the blocks. There were 4. Well, since we're a little short on blocks, we will all take turns. But Jack the 8-year played with the blocks. Wolfie told him how blocks were invented. When it was Spark's turn, he bit all the blocks to pieces. When it was Tiger's turn, he said, "So what do I do with these shreds?" Said Wolfie. This is Spark. Spark is Jack the Anteater's pet.
Spark?
Remember?
Let me see.
Bark?
Spark.
Like fire spark?
Okay.
Oh, now my cut's bleeding.
Don't get it on your book.
I guess you play with them. The next day at class, Squirrel noticed that one of the original students, Jack and his pet Spark, Melon, Beaver, and Peter the Pan, and Tikey. Only Jack, Spark, Tikey, and himself were left. Then Squirrel pulled out his phone to check the ratings of the class. The ratings were half a star. Squirrel, no phones in class. Take a time out, yelled Wolfie. During Squirrel's time out, Wolfie forgot about it until the end of class. The next day was car day. Wolfie brought out a toy car to show everyone. This, my students, is called an automobile. It's a very old car, said Wolfie with an air of importance. Almost as old as you, joked Tikey. Tikey. Tikey landed himself on time out. Alright, students, we'll take turns with this car. Spark's turn was first. After a while, Jack fell asleep. After another while, Spark bit a wheel off the car. Then came Jack's turn. Jack's turn seemed to take a year. Squirrel fell asleep on the lawn outside of Jack's log where the class was. When he awoke, it was the next day in the next class. The class was about tic-tac-toe. After the class, Squirrel found Cat and challenged him to a match. Squirrel drew invisible lines on the ground. Cat would have won, but Squirrel told him he must have forgotten where everything was. Squirrel made up a victory song, and everybody cheered. Jack, Tikey, Ribbit, Mr. Draft, Melon, Card, Beaver, Mr. Hedgehog followed Squirrel home for a party of milk, acorns, and birdseed. So, if the board Squirrel drew was visible, this is what it would have looked like in the end.
That's the tic-tac-toe?
Yeah, if it was visible.
Oh.
See? That's what the board would look like in the end if it was visible.
Can I see?
So nobody knew where everything was.
This number says. That's what we look like?
Yeah. Card insisted on having a look around the house. Cat spied on him. Cat saw Card take his lipstick and wash Treasure of Atlantis. So, Card is a pickpocket. And so he was in the book before this one. Thief, yelled Cat. Jack and Tikey dashed upstairs along with the superheroes. They all jumped on Card, but the bird escaped downstairs. The guards dismayed, everybody else attacked him, forcing him to drop his goods. Card flew out of the open door. As promised, dashed inside. Where is he? Yelled the police. Gone. Then Cat screamed, "Catnapper!" Mr. Fox had snuck in during the confusion. Mr. Fox chased Cat and trapped him in a closet. Everybody dashed upstairs to save Cat. Cat screamed and screamed. Catnappers, Mr. Fox especially, were his worst fear. When Mr. Fox saw everybody coming, he jumped out the window and drove away in Longear's car. Squirrel decided never to invite cardinals to his house. This is the last picture.
Is that the end?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see. What was the other picture I missed? With the cardinal?
His name is really Cardle, but they call himself Card to trick Cat one time. So,